Welcome back, financial freedom seekers. Breaking news just dropped that's going to change everything for millions of Americans. The White House has finally approved a massive $3,400 IRS stimulus package, and payments are rolling out faster than ever before. If you're wondering whether you made the cut, stick around because I'm about to reveal every detail you need to know. But before we dive deep into this life-changing announcement, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss out on crucial financial updates like this one. Just moments ago, the Biden administration greenlit what could be the most significant relief package since the pandemic began. This isn't just another run-of-the-mill stimulus, we're talking about targeted relief that could put $3,400 in your pocket within hours. You heard that right, not weeks, not days, but hours. The IRS has already begun processing these payments, and some Americans might wake up to find this money in their accounts tomorrow morning. Now, you might be wondering, why is this happening so suddenly? Well, the answer lies in the recent economic data that showed millions of Americans are still struggling to recover from the ongoing effects of inflation and economic uncertainty. The White House's response? A swift and decisive action that's about to impact households across the nation. But here's the catch, not everyone will qualify, and that's exactly what we need to talk about right now. Let's break down who's eligible for this massive stimulus package. The Biden administration has set specific income thresholds, and they're different from previous stimulus payments. Single filers earning under $75,000 annually are at the top of the list, while married couples filing jointly can earn up to $150,000 and still qualify for the full amount. But here's something many people don't know. There are special provisions for essential workers, parents, and seniors that could make you eligible even if you exceed these thresholds. Speaking of parents, this stimulus package includes additional support for families with dependents. If you have children under 17, you might be eligible for extra funds on top of the base payment. The same goes for adult dependents, a group that was often overlooked in previous stimulus rounds. This means college students and elderly dependents could now be factored into your total payment amount. But here's where things get really interesting. The IRS has implemented a new system to distribute these payments, and it's lightning fast. They're using what they call rapid distribution technology to process millions of payments simultaneously. This is why some people will receive their money within hours of the official rollout. The question is, are you set up to be one of the first recipients? Let me tell you about the 3 ways you can receive your payment. Direct deposit is the fastest method. If the IRS has your banking information on file, you're already in line for the first wave of payments. Paper checks will follow, but they'll take longer to arrive. And finally, there's the Economic Impact Payment Card, a debit card loaded with your stimulus funds. That will be mailed to eligible recipients who don't have direct deposit information on file. Now, here's something crucial that most people don't realize. The IRS is using your most recent tax return to determine eligibility. If you haven't filed your taxes recently, you might need to take action immediately to ensure you don't miss out. But don't panic, I'm about to explain exactly what you need to do if you find yourself in this situation. The big question on everyone's mind is, how do I check if I'm on the list? The IRS has set up a special portal where you can verify your eligibility and payment status. But there's a trick to using it effectively, and I'm going to share that with you right now. Many people make the mistake of entering their information incorrectly, which can lead to errors and delays. The key is to enter your information exactly as it appears on your most recent tax return. Even a slight difference in formatting can cause issues. Here's another crucial detail that's flying under the radar. The stimulus payment won't be counted as taxable income. This means you won't have to worry about setting aside a portion for taxes next year. However, there are some smart ways to use this money that could actually help reduce your tax burden even further. I'll get to those strategies in just a moment. Let's talk about timing. While some payments will go out within hours, the full distribution schedule spans several weeks. The IRS has divided recipients into groups based on various factors, including income level and payment method. Understanding which group you're in can help you better predict when your payment will arrive. But there's a way to potentially move up in the queue, and I'll explain how. For those wondering about the verification process, the IRS has streamlined everything. You won't need to submit any additional documentation in most cases. However, there are certain situations where you might need to provide extra information. This typically applies to people who have recently changed addresses, banking information, or had significant life changes like marriage or having a child. Now, let's address a concern many people have. What if you receive government benefits? The good news is that this stimulus payment won't affect your eligibility for other government assistance programs. This includes Social Security, disability benefits, SNAP benefits, and other forms of federal aid. In fact, if you receive any of these benefits, you might be eligible for expedited payment processing. Here's something that could impact your payment timeline. If you've moved recently or changed banks, you need to update your information with the IRS immediately. There's a specific process for this, and doing it wrong could delay your payments significantly. The good news is that the IRS has created a dedicated system for updating your information, and it's surprisingly user-friendly. But what if you don't receive your payment when expected? Don't worry, there's a process for that too. The IRS has set up a special resolution center to handle payment issues. However, there are specific steps you need to follow, and doing them in the wrong order could actually slow things down. I'll walk you through the exact process to ensure you get your payment as quickly as possible. Let's talk about what happens after you receive your payment. While it might be tempting to spend it immediately, there are smart ways to use this money that could benefit you long term. Some financial experts suggest splitting the payment into different categories: immediate needs, debt reduction, and future security. This strategy could help you maximize the impact of your stimulus funds. For those who are self-employed or own small businesses, there are additional considerations. This stimulus payment could be used strategically to qualify for other business relief programs. The timing of how you use these funds could affect your eligibility for future assistance, so it's important to plan carefully. Here's an important detail that many people overlook: if you received previous stimulus payments but didn't qualify due to income limits, you might still be eligible for this one. The income thresholds and qualification criteria have been adjusted, meaning some people who were excluded before could now receive payments. The distribution of these payments also includes a special provision for rural communities in areas with limited banking access. The Treasury Department has partnered with local financial institutions to ensure everyone can access their funds, regardless of their location or banking status. This is particularly important for residents of underserved communities who might not have traditional banking relationships. Now, let's address some common myths about this stimulus payment. Unlike previous rounds, this one comes with fewer restrictions on how you can use the money. However, there are some smart strategies that could help you leverage these funds for maximum benefit. Understanding these options could help you make the most of your payment. For those concerned about scams, yes, they're already starting to appear. Fraudsters are trying to take advantage of this situation, but there are clear ways to identify and avoid these scams. The IRS will never contact you by phone, email, or text message to ask for personal or banking information. If someone contacts you claiming to be from the IRS, it's almost certainly a scam. Here's something else to consider: if you're eligible but don't receive your payment automatically, you have until a specific deadline to claim it. This deadline is crucial, and missing it could mean forfeiting your payment. The good news is that the claims process has been simplified, making it easier than ever to ensure you receive your funds. Looking ahead, there are discussions about potential additional stimulus measures. While nothing is confirmed yet, understanding how this current payment fits into the broader economic recovery plan could help you make better financial decisions. The key is staying informed and being ready to act when new opportunities arise. Remember, this stimulus payment is just one part of a larger financial picture. Whether you're planning to use it for immediate needs, debt reduction, or future investment, having a clear strategy is crucial. The decisions you make now could impact your financial situation for months or even years to come. That brings us to the end of today's breaking news update. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to financial matters, and staying informed could mean the difference between missing out and maximizing your benefits. This is Channel Name, signing off, and I'll see you in the next video with more crucial financial updates that could impact your wallet.